Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This week I'll be reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 18. This is the first part of the reunion. So they only showed they spoke to 4 out of the 5 couples. I think they're leaving the drama between Bao and Johnny for the final part. I think there's a lot to unpack there. Anyway, I'll review the couples as I normally do as they appeared on the show today. I'll start off with Rachel and Jose. Rachel and Jose, I've said all season that there's something off about them, and it still remains that there is something still off about them, in my opinion. They had a conversation where they talked about the struggle that they had after decision day and the fact that they separated and they're working on coming together. And for me, I don't think they've learned anything from their mistake, or I don't think they've grown from whatever issue that caused them to separate, because Rachel and Jose have been very vague throughout the season. Something has been a bit off where you don't see, all you see is them make out and them say, oh, I love you. Unless it's the editing, I think there's no room for growth. With other dysfunctional couples that have been on Married at First Sight that have stayed together, you've seen the growth in the things that they've worked out. I don't think Rachel and Jose have really worked on anything. I think they've just remained the same from day one. Maybe they liked each other. I'm not sure. They always say they liked each other on site, and that's where they are. They say they are working on the relationship. I don't really know what they broke up. The unpacking of stuff is too petty for you to say that's the reason they broke up. So I don't know. Well, they say they're working on their marriage, so maybe they'll be on couples camp next season. I don't know. Rachel wants to say, for me, we're just there all season, and I really didn't find anything interesting about them. Anyway, from there they moved on to Brett and Ryan. Brett and Ryan, for me, I think the plus side of Brett and Ryan is whereby, though they ended, they seemed to end on a good note, unlike other couples that have ended on previous seasons, like Mindy and Zach, who were very bitter. They have been fine about their relationship, and they did come on. They explained that, they had no animosity or hard feelings towards each other because they both saw and knew that it didn't work. And so they were content with it and they were happy to move on. They were happy to stay friends, though they said they don't communicate that much. Ryan's sister then came on and had a conversation and brought up, I think I'd seen this on Instagram, where people were saying that Brett apparently had been seeing someone during the experiment. And I think this is the issue that has happened with Married at First Sight Houston, in the sense that people have been quick to, if there's a confrontation or things start to explode, they haven't stayed and sort of fought to sort of clear whatever's going on. They've always run away, either back to their apartments or just walked off and just left things as they are. I don't know whether it's because they wanted to maintain, this civil sort of character on camera, and then sort of whatever, to avoid exploding, whatever. I don't know. And Brett was very vague in what happened in regards to this relationship, because Ryan's sister brought up that, I was really rooting for them until I heard that she was seeing someone. And Brett said, no, we only just went, she sort of hinted that they went out a couple of times, but it broke off with that person. And it's like, if you're in a marriage, even if it's not working, still try and work on your marriage. Don't move off and try and start focusing on somebody else. All that, that effort that you're putting towards a new partner to your relationship, and your relationship might actually work. And so for me, it's really sad that all season Ryan has taken the brunt of, of the negative editing that has happened, as being the one in the fault, when they are both responsible, in my opinion. Brett and Ryan are both responsible for how their marriage turned out. Brett has to bear Brett has to bear her own share of the weight for how she, started seeing someone while she was still married, even though she kicked off about Ryan being on a dating app. That's not fair. If she was dating someone, then he had the right to go on a dating app, instead of her making it seem like she was putting in all the effort and he wasn't. I don't know. They seem to have moved on. She said she's not dating Brett said she's not dating anyone at the moment, but she is hoping that one day she will meet someone. I think they're going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle. And I think they're going to struggle, is what I say, until they address, their whatever caused their relationship not to work. And I think they should take a leaf from Gil, because Gil, when his marriage failed, he went to counseling. Sort of spoiler alert. Anyway, I don't know. And then we move on to Gil and Merla. Gil and Merla really broke my heart because I had high hopes for them and I really hoped this marriage was working. And Merla gave the impression that she had fallen in love. I remember her interview with Dr. Pepper when she said she expected, Gil was more than she expected. And for me, they said they separated. After 2 weeks, she turned around and said, the marriage wasn't working and she wanted to end things. And personally, what I think, I know people saying, oh, maybe it was after the checks. I think somebody got in Merla's ear. I think somebody got, because all the way through, up until decision day, Merla seemed to be falling in love with Gil. Merla seemed to be happy. And I think somebody got in her ear and had some sort of conversation or gave her some sort of advice. And I think she's going to regret this decision because Gil might not earn a lot of money, but he's a way better spouse than someone who earns a lot of money like Johnny. Johnny was a crap husband, even though he earned a lot of money. And so I don't understand why. I think Merla prioritized money over love. And it's sad that she did that because if in all these 30-something years she hasn't been able to find a partner with money with the same values as her, what makes her think she's going to find that partner now? Is my question. But then I don't know. I am very heartbroken for Gil. Gil was in love with his wife. He says he's still in love with his wife and would be open to making things work. He said he sold everything because they were moving in, which is really sad though, that she must have known that she didn't want him. If she knew she didn't want him, if she knew she didn't love him, why then did she go ahead and allow him to sell all his stuff? If there's anyone in Married at First Sight history who's going to regret their decision, in my opinion, it's Merla. But anyway, I don't know. I digress. Then we had the guys link up. The guys had a conversation about how they were very supportive of one another. They talked about the bromance between Johnny and Jose. And for me, there was really nothing to discuss really in regards to the guys because yeah, they were friends. It seems most of the guys from every other season have remained friends and they've got along very well because I think it's easier for men to get along than it is for ladies. And I think the commotion or the tension is going to arise if it's true that Bao and Zach are dating, because how is Johnny and Zach going to remain friends? But then, I don't know, we'll see as it goes along. From there, they moved on to Michaela refused to have an interview with Zach because she said she wanted to be alone. I find it difficult to believe anything Michaela says just because of how things transpired during the season, where she threw a tantrum. Everybody saw her throw a tantrum, and then she refused that, no, I didn't do anything. She had a conversation. She discussed how, after decision day, she stayed with Zach for 7 days, and then Zach, at some point in time, they did, during the experiment, they stayed in a hotel, and Zach refused for her to tell anyone. And I don't think it's the first time a partner has told their partner that don't tell anyone that we've been intimate. I don't see anything past that. I think my issue is the fact that if Zach told her he didn't love her, if Zach told her he had moved on, and at the end of episode 17, I remember Gil saying to Michaela and Zach, if someone says no, that means it's over. And so for her to have defended Zach and then gone back and then decided to spend the night and then blame Zach for that, well, she said yes to it. It's not like he forced her. So I don't know. And I think her sister didn't help things. Michaela's family, I don't think, are helping things by not being honest with her. They need to tell her the truth. They need to keep showing her the videos. And I think, if nothing else, every participant on this season needs to go into counseling. I'm happy for Gil that he said he's going to counseling. The others, they didn't say anything, but I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.